But this is where we get into trouble where, even with AJ, right? Like we get into trouble where you see social media and just like the scope of basketball nowadays tends to, they use hype to build up certain things. Obviously, I think Cooper Flagg's a great player. So it's not to say that. I still think those guys are, obviously, but to be generational, I think it takes a certain level of skill and ability that you are just naturally destined with. And I'll give you guys a couple examples so you can like kind of wrap your head around it. I mean, obviously, first things first, like a young LeBron James. Um, that's somebody who you can look at and immediately see that he's going to be generational. And kind of like a Victor Wembanyama, right? Like those two players are the first ones that come to mind, where you can kind of see already that their game is developed enough to be able to play in the NBA. So basically, you could have taken a 16-year-old LeBron and told him, "Hey, go play in the NBA," and he would have figured it out. I think same for Victor Wembanyama. So I think what it takes to be generational is you got to have work ethic, you got to have skill, and you have to be developed by pre. Honestly, I would say at preferably like pre-college years, before you hop into college, 18, 19, and you just have to be able to elevate any team that you're on to the next level. And I don't necessarily say it's like I'm not trying to do Cooper Flag in, but I don't always see that like on a night to night basis per se. Where as with LeBron or like Wemby, there's a little bit more star power when even like we could even go kind of like to a Paige Becker's, Caitlin Clark like girls side, right? Like there's some things that you can just see at a young age where this player is like gonna be something special.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there's that with all players in all classes, but some are more special than others. So I think we have to be more cautious throwing that word around generational. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if that's like every single new number one player that comes into like the light, but obviously I think Cooper Flagg's still going to be a pretty good NBA player. I still think he has the potential to be an all-star, but I'm not going to throw the Hall of Fame statue on him, right? Like I think
Right.
Wemby, I think has potential to be a Hall of Famer. You know, like he just does. Same with Chet. Even Chet's another great example.